Welcome back to the channel. All right, we're in the process of doing all the openings, the rank 4 showcases, those sorts of things. Let me know who I ranked up from Wheel of Fate and Heart of Fire, Heatwave, whatever the hell it was called. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I didn't take Nico to rank 4, okay? But it's not because she's not worthy. I mean it. She is, I've said it since the day she came into CCP testing. This is the best Mystic champion. I rarely come out and say that, especially for a brand new champion. My track record's pretty good there. Kate Bishop and amongst some others here. And I've been able to do these with my rank 3, and I'll just say this why as we kind of watch this. This is EOP Hercules, which I think is just one of those showcases where you're like, oh, I get it now. Watch these buffs on him. This is one of the hardest part about it, and they are now gone. They are just gone. This node, he is immune to nullify. That's right, I've made notes for myself here. And this is the power of buff immunity. If you're unfamiliar with what that is, it's in the upper right-hand corner. It's that little arrow. They've given it a new icon, which I think is cool. I think it's really clear what it is, and I think that's helpful. You're seeing me utilize the miss mechanic off of the SP1. You're seeing me, I actually played this a little bit better here, where I'm using the heavy and then going directly into some specials. For the Zeal passive, I believe it is. You can see a lot of her things are passive on her side, so you can take nodes that would be nullifying it or those sorts of things or getting around it. On the right-hand side, yes, she does have the poison mechanic. It is a debuff off of her SP2, but you're also seeing the passive poison. That's from the awakened ability. I know a lot of people are going to ask, does she need to be awakened? No, but I really wanted mine at least at SIG 1, and I'll tell you right now, because I know this video is probably not going to do that great. In fact, if you're watching this and you're like, dude, this is really cool, could you hit like, hit subscribe, comment, that whole thing, because I'm getting this out early, and I'm doing it for a couple of different reasons. One is I'm having an absolute blast, and I prefer making videos on things I'm having a great time with, and two is I'm now shutting down. I'll do my final rank 4s here at the end of the week, after, again, those 2 big sales and then the Wheel of Fate event. And I did not take her to rank 4. And I know sometimes people are like, well, wait, if she's the best, why did you take her to rank 4? I get that question about like Crossbones a lot too. And it's for a couple simple reasons. And you're going to see this because we're going to take out the big bads. We're going to take out rank 4s. I'm going to show you without her pre-fights. I'm going to show you some uses for her pre-fights that aren't hazard shift. It's really, really cool. And it's because she's just going to get banned. That's why I didn't take her to rank 4. Right now, she can kind of hide in my deck. I do enjoy Battlegrounds, right? And I have her at rank 3. And she's also a phenomenal defender, right? I will be going over that, not in this video, but as we continue to go on, she's a great defender. She gets me, like, actually kills pretty regularly. All right, so now we're gonna jump into this and kind of talk more specifically about these fights. We're going up against Medusa, who can be a very good defender, right? Like, her, especially as her Sig gets going, she's got the auto block mechanic. You can use these pre-fights with Nico where you just start the fight with the buff immunity now. It's a debuff, so it can be shrugged. There was a Battlegrounds meta where she wasn't as great in it because it was initially getting shrugged. But you can see here, we're just going to keep off. I don't know if Medusa's going to get a single buff this whole time. And because of the matchup and what it was, and I was very comfortable with this matchup, I played this more aggressively. And so you're going to see an even more amazing, ridiculous score. You can see we're using the miss mechanic, which gives you the opening, the ability to just go punish. And though that buff immunity gets refreshed with every special she throws. So you start the fight with it. You're getting power, I think, when she would be placing a buff on the defender, which is through your, I think, your third light and your heavy. What's these pentacle buffs? And so you're getting a lot of power gain. You're getting to your special 1, or you just go to your special 2 to land the poisons and then come back and explode them through your special 1. That's a better way to play, or more high damage way to play her. Now, going up against this rank 4 is a rank 4 Dark Phoenix. Rank 4 Dark Phoenix. This is like a $1,200 champion, okay? Yeah. Watch what we're gonna do to the $1,200 champion here, right? Okay. Remember, this node in Battlegrounds currently too would be having a heal and a armor up, which is actually to our benefit because that's more buffs for us to basically make Dark Phoenix immune to. You can see she was a little hesitant here. And right here, I remember thinking about it because this is my first time really getting to use her a tremendous amount in live server in Battlegrounds. We're going to the heavy, into the special 2 to land some more of these. Now, I should go to my special 1. I don't remember exactly what I get. And the final score of this one's going to be about 48,000.5. Keep in mind, this Nico is actually only a rank 3. Oh, there was a snap light. Snap lights, but it is what it is. It's the game we play from this Dark Phoenix, and we're able to just beat her down. So with actually more health, This is probably a 50,000 score. Let's take a look at it. Remember, that's a rank 4 Dark Phoenix. Yeah, with more health, without that snap light there from Dark Phoenix, we end up with well over 50,000 points. This is a rank 3 Nico. Again, why I didn't rank her up, despite her, in my opinion, being the best Mystic. She is in the same power level with the damage, the utility, the various things you can do as those other top tier Mystics, but she is so meta relevant. We just got a rank 4, $1,200 Dark Phoenix, and we're about to destroy. Shout out to Crazy Canuck, by the way, too. I know this guy, good guy, who was in my alliance there in Upside, and we matched, and he knew, we talked afterwards, that I was looking for matchups for Nico so I could make this video, and he's one of the few people that's ever placed their Serpent against me, so I really appreciate him doing that. You might be like, wait a minute, how did Serpent just miss? Like that, I thought Serpent counters miss. Vega, you're always telling me how great Serpent is because he counters miss. Well, he needs a buff to do that, and if you've made him buff immune, guess what he can't do? He can't get the buff, which is called like True Sense or something like that, so you can use the miss mechanic there. And let's see, I should heavy. I got pushed back to my special 2. I guess that's not bad. I think ideally you want to alternate special 1, special 2s, but the beauty of Nico, and you'll continue to see these in these fights, is if you get pushed to the special 2, that's fine because you're just placing more damaging buff with the poison. And I know some of you might be thinking like, wait a minute, aren't Cosmics often immune to poison? You're right, they are. But guess what? When that happens, Nico just turns it into an acid burn instead. So she gets around that for you. She's amazing. Again, I want to be abundantly clear. I think Nico is OP, and I'm going to be going over the difference between OP and broken. I think she is OP. I think she's this amazing because of the defenders that Kabam's put in the game, okay? She's amazing. She's ridiculous. I absolutely love her. Now, we're not going to just show Battlegrounds. We will, I think, go back to one more Battlegrounds fight, but we've already checked out Dark Phoenix. We already checked out Serpent. We already checked out Medusa. In the new champion testing, I believe I showed her against Deathless Thanos, which she's great for. She even has a halt mechanic off of her SP1, which means the opponent acts as if they were not unstoppable. She's beautiful. So we're going up against this Terrax here, and the thing I wanted to show you was the defender's immune to Nullify, Stagger, Fate Seal, knocking them down with the heavy, disables this immune for 15 seconds. I'm not going to use the pre-fight because I wanted you to see what she is like without her pre-fight, and that she's still great because her pre-fights only work for one fight. So in Battlegrounds, it doesn't matter, right? Okay, I know it's gonna be kind of a funny edit, but I did a really long showing the nodes. So you got the gist of this here. So we're starting off with no pre-fights. I wanted to show you, like, for questing, the sorts of things, her pre-fights are incredibly powerful, but a lot of the fights are bringing her fork, and that's her Pentacle buff. That's the buff she's putting on the opponent. So even if they don't have buffs, right, you can still place them. But if they do, like poor Terrax does, you're going to get to your special 2 even faster. Your special 2 will put on the buff immunity for you. You don't have to have it from the pre-fight. And this fight, he's cooked, dude. It's over. Look, we've got the miss off of this now. We're going to go in and throw another special 1, and we're going to get some explosion of the damage. And we've got our 15 poisons, they're staying on. Our 4 debuffs, they're staying on. I'm landing my heavy. For those of you who are concerned about her adrenaline mechanic, this is significantly better than the one that poor Cyclops got. He was like the guinea pig, I guess. And you can actually trade your health via your heavy. You trade your health, 7% of your health. For every 5% of adrenaline you get that Fury passive, not a buff, so you don't have to worry about getting nullified or something like that, or Mystic Dispersion. And then you heal back up because you're just beating the crap out of them, right? And then if you heavy into the special, that's what I believe. I can't think of what it's called right now, but the buff you get or the passive you get is what allows you to heal back even more, which is why you're seeing me go down to like 80-some% health, but then I just end up right back at a full yellow health bar. So it works out totally fine. It's incredibly powerful. It is great. It plays into her flow amazingly. That poor 9.2 Terrax, like just absolutely dusted, and showing you, yes, her pre-fights, she's better with them, but did that look bad? Right? No, absolutely not. I think the pre-fights basically were for some things I'm about to show you here, but then also to make her as potent as she is in Battleground. She's one of the best dual threats in the game right now. Now moving on to this Red Goblin fight. This is one of the various like special quests we fought. I like to show this one because I think whenever he throws a special, he is supposed to be gaining Fury buffs, and his Fury buffs get insanely powerful. Let's call it. It can really destroy some defenders if you're not dexing everything or playing without any sort of parries. Well, he can't gain Fury buffs if he has the buff immunity. You can see we have stacked, well, we're up to 20 of the passive poisons. Remember, the passives are from the awakened ability. I think I answered it earlier, but just in case y'all are skipping around or something like that, or you didn't hear it, does she need to be awakened? No. I actually really love her though, even at Sig 1. I awakened her. I think I put like 30, 40 stones into her. She's not that high of a Sig. And I am now currently, I'm done opening. I am going to be saving this current Titan batch in hopes of getting as many Nikos as I possibly can. I want her at Sig 200. Along with, of course, you know, I think it's High Evolutionary and the Maker as well too, of course. But it's Nico. It's literally Nico that's causing me to be like, I'm gonna save my Titans. A minute and 11 seconds, just completely shutting the fight down. He gets no fury buffs at all. That's the whole threat of that fight, and there are many fights like that in this game. Now, similar is another one of those like special quests that we've had over the last couple of years. This is Yondu, and I'm showing you this for a couple of reasons. One is it has Rich Get Richer, so whoever who has more unique buffs is going to be gaining power, right? Like, so usually you see like a Cosmic on a node like this, something like that. Well, we've got Yondu here, and what are we going to do? We're going to keep him from gaining buffs. You've obviously got the picture there, but here's the other thing that I wanted to show you is I used one of her other P fights. You don't use that much. It makes her immune to, I think it is Rupture and Poison, to incredibly, immunity to Poison, Rupture, yes. Two incredibly rare, Rupture being very rare, and them combined is even more rare, of course. So having that is incredibly powerful. You can use it in Battlegrounds if you need to. Obviously, Hazard Shift was what I initially thought of in CCP testing, but it was then this fight itself here, and this is something called, I think it's called Super Masochism, all right? Now, when we should be landing our Poison debuffs off of the special 2, he has that Masochism, but not only does he shrug it and get a power gain, but he tries to put him back on us. And that it's not something that I always look for in champions, but it is a very cool, powerful ability when a champion, words are hard, when a champion has a damaging debuff, right? A damage over time debuff that they themselves are immune to. And it's literally for cases like this. They don't come up all the time, but they do come up. It does happen. It's something I've encountered before in my many years playing this game. Again, it's not why a champion would be considered great, but it is definitely incredibly powerful, and literally you are seeing it right here. Not only does it open up like hazard shifts and things like that, but it opens up the ability to take any sort of masochism or something like that if the defender or the node causes the damaging debuffs to be turned right back around and they try to place it on the attacker. She's immune. She's immune, baby. She's immune to Rupture and Poison for one fight. But hey, in today's game, Battlegrounds, War, and a lot of our questing, the hard quest anyways, one fight. So I'm pretty okay with that. And then now we're going to go on to just two final, like I said, this was kind of like the initial crazy showcase. I wanted to get this out. I wanted you guys to know why I'm saving my Titans, why I'm saving my Titans. I see a lot of 6-star Nikos. Y'all are smart. You're smart players. I see them 6-star, rank 5 ascended. You're doing good things with them. I see people with the rank 3s. I see people with the rank 4. So obviously the community knows how outrageously powerful, how great she is, how fun she is in our game. But a lot of you don't have her. And so I wanted you guys to know this is what you have in store for you. I will, of course, be doing more videos for Nico. And yeah, I will eventually take her to rank 4, right? But as I said, with the knowledge, I know she's just going to get banned. I know she is. But at rank 3, she can hide in my deck. I think people don't see her, or maybe they don't know yet. But hopefully after this video, people will know. So if you can, hit like, hit subscribe, share it out. And these final two fights here, she does still get banned frequently, even though it's only the off season. This is just how Battlegrounds ends up sometimes, right? You don't end up with the ideal defender or whatever, but we're all trying to win. And my opponent here placed this Guardian. We were able to start off with the pre-fight there and keeping off his armor up buff, which is the big source of his power there as a defender. Got a 49,000 score. I played really hesitant because I was so like unsure of what was going on. They kind of caught me off guard, in fact, if I recall correctly. And then going up against Imbalance, obviously an incredibly good player. Really nice channel there, a lot of Battleground streams, very high scoring player. And I think, if I recall correctly, I think what I sensed was that this was a bit of a throw round for them. They have a rank 4 Sig 200 Tigress, so they placed her on defense, setting up, and they did win, is my recollection. They won round 3, but they placed this in here. I probably didn't have a good defender for them to attack. And Tigra doesn't natively get any of her own buff. You can see we're using the Mist mechanic. It is insanely practical. It's not just for against Serpent and Deathless Thanoses and champions like that. I think because of Mystic Dispersion, I was actually surprised I got pushed my SP3 on that one. The node itself must have triggered with the armor up and the heal. We prevented that. So it must have pushed me to my special 3. I recall being actually quite surprised, but now we get to see her special 3 mechanic and all the great things it does. So in closing, she's ridiculous. She's great. She's awesome. I meant what I said in my top 10 Mystics. I think she's number 1. I meant what I said in my top 30 champions in the whole game. I think I had her at like 5 or 6 or something like that, but she was in that highest tier. She is incredibly meta relevant. She is insanely, outrageously meta relevant with the big bad cosmic attackers that are available for us. She just absolutely obliterates them. She absolutely destroys them. And then there's so many nodes and quests and things like that that get asked of us to take out, which you saw right here. She can take out. As I get more footage with her, I'm definitely going to be doing a ton of videos on this woman because she's phenomenal. Like, absolutely phenomenal. As usual, let me know what things we got right. Let me know what things we got wrong. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.